Hello, and welcome to episode 10 of our podcast. We finally made it to episode 10. So, I just wanted to point out, we're not doing anything special, by the way, for this episode, unfortunately. So if you want to, you can maybe, crack open one of those noisemaker things that makes those little pops, if you can still buy those, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to make a note about our last podcast episode we did. We talked very quickly about Kid Icarus, which I know that's been out for a while now. But at the time when we talked about that, I hadn't actually seen any of the gameplay from it yet. I was just going off of other media. Josh had seen some, but I hadn't. And I finally got a chance to see some of the media, and it actually looked pretty good. I might actually have to take back some of my negative comments towards it. It actually looks like a pretty fun game. I think I might actually be interested in getting it. I like some of the back and forth comedy they have, how there's a lot of humor in the game. Maybe even too much. It almost kind of makes it farcical, but...
Humor like Disney humor?
Yeah, like I said, it almost makes it kind of farcical, but it's fun nonetheless. And it is a lot of dialogue for such a small, game on such a small cartridge. Also, they made Medusa look pretty interesting. I noticed on, even on the commercial, they made her look kind of almost pretty, and it's like that's maybe even too pretty, which is kind of weird. And I had this funny thought: can you imagine if Medusa had big boobs? That'd be really funny, because then it would be like, look into my eyes. It'd be like, uh-huh. Yeah, it's like, no, you're not looking. Wait, yeah, hold on. Yeah,
I'm
looking
Gear
into
Solid
your eyes.
like Metal Gear Solid. What did you say?
They're looking in your other eyes.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah. Oh, and also after, it's funny. It seems like every time I talk negatively about something on here later, I'm like, maybe I'm interested now. I think I've actually advertised to myself about both Kid Icarus and Pokemon Plus Nobunaga's Ambition. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, I'm kind of curious how that game's gonna go. But anyway, those are just some of the comments related to our past stuff. So that's basically it. So here we are now, and we're gonna talk about some different things. So before we get into your stuff, Josh, Jared, you just got Metal Gear Solid for 3DS, so that's why you're making a reference to Snake. So is that how do you like that so far?
Well, I've played through the whole game.
Okay.
Yeah, about 4 times now. And, the first time I watched it with all the cutscenes and everything, and even though the cutscenes are long, it didn't make it bad. It was actually really nice, because it was kind of like watching like a little movie while you're playing it. So and even though once you skip all the cutscenes, the playtime gets a lot shorter. It doesn't lose the fun that it has, because you can go through the whole game trying not to kill anyone and just do stamina kills with the tranquilizer gun, or you could also just go ahead and just shoot everyone with the Patriot if you've already beaten the game. It's unlocked
Patriot
at the end, and it's infinite ammo. It just kills everyone.
That's good. What did you say?
I was saying Patriot.
Oh, okay.
Although it's hard to play.
Granada! Okay, that's, what is that? That Black Ops, I think. Anyway, yeah, so, and the graphics are really good, too.
Yeah.
I was just noticing that.
I like the graphics in 3D, but again, it was kind of like with the gyro sensor thing. The gyro sensor doesn't really work well with the 3D. I mean, you only
tilt
use
your whole self.
Yeah. I mean, you only use it a little bit in the entire game when you're bouncing, but I mean...
When you're bouncing.
It gets kind of tedious when you're bouncing, and then if there's an enemy right underneath you, and then you're trying to turn off the 3D, then you fall off, and then they see you, and then they start shooting the crap out of you.
I tried the gyro in Mario Kart 7. I tried it with the 3D off.
Okay.
And it just doesn't work. Because the problem is that in Mario Kart Wii, the difference with the Wii wheel is not a screen.
Yeah.
With the 3DS, you're tilting the whole system. So you have to move your head.
Right.
Even if it's not in 3D, you're not going to lose any 3D effect.
No.
But still, you have to tilt your head, so you're kind of losing the whole view of the game. Whereas on the Wii, the controller is where you tilt it.
Yeah.
But the screen's not tilting with the controller. The screen stays put.
Yeah, that's like a documented problem.
I also like
games.
shooting the Yoshis in this.
Oh, yeah, because they put them in... Really? They put them in there again?
Yeah.
Because I know they did that in the GameCube version of Metal Gear Solid a long time ago. And it was like Mario and Yoshi made a cameo or something like that, and that's funny, they put Yoshi in here again.
I think on the equivalent, I think the PS2 equivalent, they used frogs instead.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess they switched that up for the Nintendo.
Yeah, so yeah, the graphics are pretty good, maybe even better than the original PlayStation.
I would think so.
Yeah, they are.
Because we were talking about that a long time ago, where people don't seem to get graphic relative thing. But yeah, it's not,
I think
it's not
that
bad.
thing's more powerful than a GameCube.
It should be.
GameCube was more powerful than PS2.
Let's hope so. Yeah, it should be more powerful. Okay, so anyway, go into what you want to say.
Oh yeah, a bunch of things were announced over the last few weeks.
Okay.
Like Pikmin 2 finally coming to Wii. You know, I mean, it was a GameCube game, and then they redid the Pikmin 1.
Right, and this is, keep in mind, Pikmin 2, not Pikmin 3, which is everyone's talking about, but like,
because that's for Wii U.
right, we're talking about Pikmin, the new play control, which was previously only released in other territories.
Yeah, it was released back in 2009 in Australia.
Right.
It was Australia, Europe, and Japan.
Right.
They all got it in 3 years ago, which is already translated into English, so I guess it took them 3 years to take out all the U's.
I know. Yeah, I get it. What's wrong with America? What did America ever do to anybody? That's political humor.
We took out all
America
the 7 U's in the word.
No, I was trying to be politically humorous there.
We took out the 7 U's in honor.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no. Okay, so they
so
finally.
Pikmin 2.
You know who got the best end though of the deal when it came to new play control? It was actually us when we got Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Oh.
Because every other place just got individual Metroid Prime 1, Metroid Prime 2 new play control.
Oh, so we got the deal.
We got the whole disc and the collector's edition, which is now unfortunately really hard to find. I want to just say
it was like a limited release.
Right, and they didn't even really make a big deal about it. Like, I kind of knew it was limited, but they didn't say explicitly that it was.
Do you have it?
I do. And what's sad is now if you want to get it, you have to buy it for like $60, $80 on eBay. And like, I wish they had come out with just the collector's edition, which is, metal box and everything. But I wish that they had come out also with just the regular new play control 1 and 2, just for anybody who didn't care about the collectors, didn't get it, but they still want to buy it. Because it is really good on the Wii, so it's unfortunate. We got the better deal, but it's unfortunate it was limited time.
And it's a win-win situation. You get our money, Nintendo.
Money. Or if you're playing Kingdom Hearts, it's money.
Sora, Riku. Why? I'm a fool.
Oh, yeah, there's another thing.
Okay.
I'll start off with the fact that there was the Super Mario 4 was trademarked by Nintendo.
Right.
So people were going all crazy about this. They're like, is it really a Super Mario Brothers 4? Is it really a sequel to the game that came out 24 years ago?
Really?
Really? You don't say. Yeah. No, but Miyamoto acknowledged it though. Finally, he said, "We are making it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out." But he didn't say which system it was for, because they're making 2D side scroller for Wii U and 3DS.
Okay.
I'll get to that 3DS one in a minute. Right. So he didn't specify which system it was for, but it was interesting how he actually acknowledged it. He just said, "We're making it. That's all I can say for now." But yeah, and then he also announced, so then Mario for Wii U, which is gonna be based off the tech demo that we saw last year at E3, New Super Mario Brothers Mii, M-I-I, and Pikmin 3 are both gonna be shown at E3.
Okay.
Which is less than or a little over a month away.
Okay.
Still waiting for that Metroid, Nintendo. Still waiting for it.
Yeah, there's actually another rumor about that. They're saying
really?
that a Wii U... No, well, I don't know about that, but there's a Wii U Metroid.
I'm scared. For one, as a Metroid fan who has played every Metroid game, I am at this moment kind of terrified.
I don't
want another blah 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 the baby.
Yeah, I want it, but I mean, if they do make it, I want it for 3DS, because I think that if they made a Metroid game again with a boss like Nightmare in 3D, that would just be.
You do in fact realize you're saying the same thing you said for like the past 2 episodes.
Yes,
right?
but it needs to be done. It needs to be emphasized. That's how important it is.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's been keeping him up at night.
You have no idea.
No, but yeah, there's...
If I could... Okay, sorry. He said, staying up all night. If I could find you now, things
Never
would
gonna
get
give it.
Yeah. Never gonna... No, stop. No, everyone's gonna, leave now.
Yeah.
Shut up. Okay, sorry. We're so sorry about
Rick
that.
Astley, why you not give me up?
Alright, so anyway, keep going.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, no more songs.
So there was a bunch of titles that were confirmed for the Wii U launch.
Okay.
I mean, Darksiders 2, which was already confirmed last year. Batman Arkham City, which was already released.
Okay. Well, at least...
A bunch of third-party games, basically.
Like
a bunch of hardcore games, like Dirt.
Yeah.
Dirt.
There was a...
You can, when you're done playing Dirt, you can wash it off with Wet.
Oh.
That game
There
never
was
got any attention.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
There was Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Online. They're going to put that. Assassin's Creed 3.
Tom Clancy games are always good, though. So, I mean...
So
there's
a bunch of games are actually confirmed. And then there's going to be, a first-party Nintendo Mii game, like Wii Sports. Or one of those is going to be a Wii U launch title. That's
okay.
great.
Yeah.
Yippee! But then they're saying a bunch of them that haven't been confirmed
Make it free.
Most likely, like Mario for Wii U or Pikmin 3, because they've announced that like in 2008,
right?
And that still we haven't seen anything on Pikmin 3.
Hey, you guys, when do you think they're gonna make a new Duke Nukem game? Nobody gives a crap about that. Okay,
but yeah, so luckily Nintendo is noticing that now they really have to get this one right.
Right, yeah, they want to step it up.
I mean, even if they launch it with like some like 2D Mario side scroller where they just kind of just put it together, like took them like 3 months to make it, people will still buy it.
Right.
So it's like if they put just a Mario with a bunch of these other hardcore titles, then that's it.
Right.
Then it'll do well.
Right.
Oh yeah. And speaking of, so yeah, we're talking about like the Wii U launch, like how they have to get that right. Miyamoto was talking about like what they did wrong with the 3DS launch. It's like, yeah, I just love how they're saying we learned our lesson. We have to launch a gaming system with good games.
Yeah,
I had no idea games come with gaming.
You don't say.
If they had just Mario Kart 7 out, I bet you they would have gotten.
They had Super Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7.
Maybe they should have had Pokemon Gray out for 3DS.
That would have gotten lots of people.
Yeah, that's
the big flagship titles.
That's like, oh well, my hand's burnt off. I learned my lesson. Don't put my hand in fire. It's like, come on.
Well, as soon as you get burned, you should take your hand, not let it get totally.
Yeah, is that a reference to something?
No, I was just kind of making a silly analogy.
Yeah, that was a bizarre analogy.
Yeah. No, and then and the Wii U price and the launch date will not be announced at E3.
Okay.
Which I found very odd. I was telling him about that.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised because they didn't do that with the original Wii.
No.
They started off 2005 with Revolution. They just kind of announced it. Following year, they announced it as the Wii with a bunch more details.
We want to surprise you, but
and then basically, and then it wasn't until September of that same year, 3 months before the release, they finally said, "Hey, it's gonna be $249.99, and it's coming out November 16th, whatever it came out."
Right.
And and I said I would get to the new Super Mario Brothers thing, 2D side scroller. So Nintendo announced on their live thingy, Satoru Iwata, who looks like he's gotten a little more gray hair.
That's probably the results of the 3DS sale. He's like, it made slightly less money than I hoped.
Impossible!
No!
The new Super
love
Mario...
Japan, don't it?
this is madness.
Yeah.
New Super Mario Brothers 2 is coming.
Wait, the Jim Pokemon wa Super #1 fun toy. You can't wait to go. I love that girl. If anybody knows that you guys don't watch South Park. That's from South Park, but that I like that Japanese lady. She's so funny. Please state your name. Please state your purpose. She's great. Okay, so
How cute.
yeah, exactly.
New Super Mario Brothers 2 is coming for 3DS, which I find it odd how they're calling it New Super Mario Brothers 2, even though it's the third game.
There's a
wait, what?
It's the third one.
Okay,
because
their numbers right.
Well, I think it's basically implying it's an actual direct sequel to the one that came out on the DS, not the Wii. Because the Wii was just kind of a spin-off.
Kind of like the fifth iPhone is really gonna be.
Yeah.
No, okay, keep going. We talked about this.
Do you still do you know about that golden level or whatever?
Oh yeah, well they only released 4 screenshots and that was it. One of them being the raccoon tail. The raccoon Mario is coming back, and this time it'll actually fly.
Okay.
It'll have the little P meter and you can run and fly.
Right.
Which is great.
Might be worth getting.
Yeah. And then it had like a gold Mario with a bunch of gold enemies.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it didn't look that much different from the DS one.
Yeah.
And then, I was going to mention the Rayman Legends. That whole
Just make it quick.
yeah, there was a whole trailer that came out. It was actually leaked.
Okay.
A trailer of Rayman Legends for Wii U.
Okay.
And so then people were going all crazy about it because there was a bunch of things. They were showing the controller, and then there was like the...
Do people still care about the game?
I don't know.
Okay, so there's a controller and
But
stuff.
people got excited because they had that near field communication thing, or NFC.
Okay.
That technology where you put like some kind of object onto the screen itself, and that object will appear in the game.
Okay.
Like a rabbit thingy, and the rabbit will appear in the game.
Oh, okay.
It's weird technology, but people got a little excited about that. They were wetting themselves. And then... I don't know if I should mention that.
Well, all right. Well, we'll get to that later. But so basically, in summary, what I've got from this is You don't say, and the Japanese accent is the cute accent.
Yeah.
All right,
Goodbye.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.